Stadium in Morgantown. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Maryland Terrapins and the West Virginia Mountaineers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
I caught up with the West Virginia head coach before the game. He told me this is a crucial game to stay focused. He understands coming into this loud and crazy environment against a team that is not ranked in the top 25 could be easy to overlook. But he's shown his players tape all week, and he said, we have to understand every play matters. We cannot look ahead to next week, or this week will be a disaster. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Mountaineers kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Offense in a bunch formation. Here's Raiola to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion, putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested.
Caught, and he's got room. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Caught in the backfield. It's Chubb. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's take a minute to talk about Maryland. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. Now here's Raiola. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a fourth down conversion.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Raiola gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. It's complete, and he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Terrapins headed quickly to the line. Again, it's Raiola. Dangerous throw on that one. All right, guys, let's talk a little Maryland. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
Extending the play. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And he gets rid of it.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. West Virginia uses the timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. From the gun, it's Payne. They put the brakes on him at the 21-yard line, short of the line to gain, and now field goal or go for it on 4th.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Fourth down, Raiola. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. Running the red zone, it's Payne. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Throwing Raiola. Stepping to the right. Gets rid of it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Well, they found some room on this opening drive, but now a chance for this defense to stand tall on 3rd and goal. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Looking for the score. got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Well, that's one on third down. The quarterback and his target just had to have a little better timing. That ball had to come out a split hair sooner. As a result, though, being late, it gets swatted down, and now we've got fourth.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Here's Williams to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Long way to go on second down. Leaves it with the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll ride him again. They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. And the Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Pulls it on the option. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Williams going for the big play. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Motion from the wideout. Got a little space. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Play fake, Williams. Just gets rid of that one.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Wide receiver comes in motion. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Leaves it in his belly. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. And the Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up.
Unleashes one deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Throwing, Williams. Moving out to the right. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it, be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Fourth down, Williams. Fires downfield. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
Well, this quarterback has a ton of confidence in his wide receivers to win one-on-one. And you're not going to get a bigger opportunity to prove that than on that 4th down. That was a throw vertically down the field. Not an easy one to complete. He just knew where his guy was going to be and when. Stuck it right on him, and they keep the drive alive.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Making the adjustment on the play. Williams. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Williams will pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Running inside, it's Payne. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Right back to it. They put the brakes on it.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short. And those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it. But they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. Bush is ahead. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Payne. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Here's Raiola to throw. Swings it out to the flat. Turning it on! They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Right side, it's Chubb. Open spaces at the 20. Touchdown, Terrapins! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in two-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Changing the routes with his receiver. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Lofts one high and deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And this offense said, forget that, man. We haven't had much success doing anything this first half, so we're just going to take a deep shot. And it was unsuccessful, but I do like when you take those shots because it makes the corners retreat a little bit more, makes the safeties play deep. Now, maybe work the middle of the field. Let's try to move this football down the field. Let's try to get some form of points before the halftime.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Escapes the pressure to his right. Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. The ride. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. The Mountaineers call a timeout. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Here's Williams to throw. Taking a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Hauls it in. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. Here's Raiola to throw. Finds his tight end. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
I think we're getting an idea of how good he can be. Like, this tight end has 5 catches already. We're still in the first half, but finding a way to get open, different parts of the field, reading zone, beating man coverage. This guy's been a matchup problem.
Rashida Downs going up top. Complete. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback to do the right thing. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Raiola. Rush right in his face. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Quick give. It's Payne. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Oh, and the attempt is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our Sports Studios. Welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Alabama taking on the number 4 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Crimson Tide with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game.
Williams on the play fake.
Pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country. Games that promise to have an impact on the top 25.
Second and long here. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. It's a draw. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Throwing Raiola. Left side is Singleton.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
The Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another 1st down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Drops back on 1st down. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one away. Long ways down at the 38. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Time that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
We get a timeout here taken by the Terrapins. That will be their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Maryland offense back onto the field. Here's Raiola to throw. Rolls right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Unloads in the nick of time.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. In deafening noise, here's Dylan Raiola. Out wide right, it's Chubb. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Motion from the wide receiver. Out wide left, it's Singleton. At the 40, there he goes. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Terrapins! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The the drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's awesome. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, two guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Lets it fly. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play, but if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And for whatever reason, this quarterback has not been able to find his footing in this game. He's one of the better, more talented quarterbacks in the country. Had his guy wide open that time. He didn't have to throw it that hard. He could have just floated it to him for the easy completion, but he's just been off over and over again in this game.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one and to keep the drive alive.
The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. Moving the pocket, it's awesome. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he is brought down, but what a way to finish this quarter with the pick. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. So first down, we'll open up the final period. He'll pull it down. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. When you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
And the Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Straight ahead, it's Payne. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Throws it off the RPO. There he goes. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Nowhere to go.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Hits inside, it's Payne. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fields the punt. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Virginia starts this drive, and the offense looks ready to go. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Wide open downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Looking for a man. It's awesome. Going long. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Second down to the air. Here comes the heat. On a little time, lets it go. Reels it in. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. And the Mountaineers have it with a first and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires left. Got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit.
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's awesome. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Incomplete. What a fight for that one in midair, but neither guy could come down with it. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Terrapins will get things going on offense as they come onto the field. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a first down. There he goes to the left. He is in. Touchdown, Maryland!
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game one, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. He's taking a deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Moves the pocket. It's awesome. Escapes the pressure going right. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. Wants to throw one first. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Long way to go on second down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. A dangerous cover man and a dangerous return man after the pick as he gets it all the way to the 44-yard line.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back.